Hello, hello, good morning, good morning. Alright, so it is May 5th, and we're gonna see what setups we can get on GU, GG, possibly gold. Alright, so we're at the 4 hour. Let's see what's set up on the 4 hour. Let's see. On the 4 hour, we see price coming to this point of rejection. So this is like a possibility that it might want to break through. And if it does, the next point of contusion is right around this area, so not too far off. So that's kind of one thing that I'm looking for here. Let's see what else there is. I can see this is a level of support, this is a level of support, and this is a level of support. So if I started selling, where would we want it to sell through? I'd want it to kind of mirror this candle right here, to be honest with you. So I'm going to place my sells here to finish here. So let's go to the smaller time frames, see if we can clean that up a little bit. Yeah, so it's kind of, that's a little bit better. A little bit. Price rejected this whole area a couple times and actually wicked down. So I might say because we're in now like the next zone of liquidity, price might break through here and sell. However, that's if it's going to sell. Right now, it's definitely buying. We're definitely look like we're going to tear through this area right here, which is about a 20 pip, 15 pip zone. So we'll see. All right, so let's zoom in and kind of see price just got over this. So now maybe if we can create some form of support here, then we can continue up. If not, I might be looking for sells below here. Uh, So it is 7:30. Let's see what's going to transpire. Okay, so I'm gonna go to GJ. And when I go to GJ, I'm looking at a couple things. Let me go up to the daily. I'm seeing that price is kind of breaking out of this, trying to break out of this candle. And if it does, kind of same analysis. And then there's this liquidation here. So we have 15 minutes till this closes. This candle closes. Let's see what happens if it sets up support and then decides to break the top and continue. It's a possibility. Or will it continue this through the zone and create some selling opportunity here? We'll see. We will see. I'm actually not going to open this trade, but I wonder if this was a fake out and now price is going to come back in this zone to start breaking some of these lows because it just broke this low in the 15-minute, but it's not enough. I'm not going to take this trade, but I think it might sell through here to mirror this candle and then continue to sell off as we get into that area. So this was a previous resistance that price rejected. Now this move makes sense because it's a previous fake out. But what I'm gonna do most likely actually is wait till this gets broken out of fully like a 30-minute candle. Because if it starts to reverse, I might mirror actually this move right here. We'll see kind of what happens in these next little bit. I can see that price is trying to break out of there, having a little bit of trouble. Um, some stuff I'm also looking out for is that this right here is like a previous zone of rejection. Turned out like a little bit of support, a lot of support. This is the exact level of support. So this might be like stairs. So like stairs, and then it's coming down, and then it's gonna go up then. So we'll see. That's something that I'm gonna look out for. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have some coffee. Now that I'm taking a look at this from afar, there was already a buy move, like here to like here. That's 70 pips. That's a pretty ginormous move. Because 100 pips is like right here, right? Okay. So now I'm asking myself, did I miss the move? Is that a possibility? And maybe it just wants to like pick up in here. I'm not gonna trade in this zone. Um, I find this zone a little bit sketchy for me. I mean, it makes sense to trade a little bit. Let's just leave that as a no trade zone for now, and then we'll assess the situation as price starts to come into this area. Uh, yeah, it's the 7 a.m. candle. This is the it's just no, this one right here. Sorry, my computer was a little bit off. This one right here is the 7 a.m. candle. So there's no wick at the bottom here. So I'm not looking to take any sells whatsoever. I mean, this could be looked at as some form of support that was formed. Let me see. Yes and no. Yes and no. So that's the, I'll say this is the 7 a.m. candle. Yeah, so this situation's kind of getting delicate a little bit. So I'll say whenever I see a delicate situation, potential buys above, I'll say right here, I'll say potential buys above 310, and then 904. So is that support or is this just price retracing? I don't know yet, so I'm not looking to take any trades. Let's go check out GJ. GJ is now reversing. This looks like it's a pretty good sell setup, but again, I'm looking for sells below this point. So I'll say here, um, I'll say here, show sells below 151,638,654, and I'll say is above uh, it's a pretty good range. It's a pretty big range. So I'm just waiting now because I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. Prices to the upside though. That's kind of like one of the things that I'm looking at here. Um, let's see. Okay. Let's say if this was a fake out, right? How much of a range is there for this to conclude? 24 pips. I don't like this though. That's the only thing. Like I find that there's a cleaner range right down here. just don't like this. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put here, no trade range. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to put it twice actually. No trade range right here. And no trade range right here. Right, so now what we're doing is we're kind of setting ourselves up for success because around here, because they're rejected and price rejected here, we don't know if price is going to break through here. So we have to wait for that to see if price will break through there, maybe around like 8, maybe around the next hour or so. So we're going to see for that exactly. Let's look to the higher time frames. 4 hours, bullish. 1 hour is bullish. I mean, if it reverses this 1 hour close below here, so that it would make sense for some candles to mirror this. There is this wick, so there is this nice range to fill. We'll see. I feel like today is going to be a very long awaiting day. Today's a sit on your hands day. Okay, let's look at gold. Let's see here. It's been in this range, this sturdy range right here. Uh, okay, this sturdy range. And wow, candles have been ever. Wow, this is just ugly. This is just ugly. I mean, I don't mean to call you ugly, gold, but still. I mean, okay, if we get above here, then yeah, it makes sense to buy, and then get to around. Yo, this is a huge zone to the upside. I mean, if we start buying, we're definitely getting to the upside. To maybe like around this area maybe. If we start selling as a continuation because momentum is to the downside, then I might fill these wicks, which is about 50 pips away. It's quite nice. That is quite nice. Okay, so now zoom into the smaller time frames. See what we got. Price has been trying its hardest to break out of this. Its hardest. So we are waiting. Man, this trade would have been nice, but this candle takes my trade idea out of the water. I'm not even gonna lie. The closing of this candle takes my trade idea out of the water. Like at this point now, it's looking like a hard sell. However, you can't just say based off 2 15 minutes or 1 30 minutes it's gonna be a sell. Like that's what I used to do in the past. It's not very good. So for now, we are just waiting and seeing kind of where price wants to go. Potential sells below 8904. Potential buys above 9310. No trade range, no trade range. Alright, I'm gonna take a small break. I'm gonna get a bit of coffee. A couple of things too. This, I think, was the move. This was the intra-session move, this 30 pip move, and it was set up by this zone being here, price breaking out of here, and just mirroring this candle and continuing to go up. That was the move. Now we have to wait for, I believe, um, couple things. So today, yesterday, what do we have? We had USD news. So we have some USD news, but today, yeah, today is the day. Okay. So we had ADP here, but they don't want to give us the numbers for some odd reason. Why don't you guys want to give us the numbers? Wow. Forecast previous ADP non-employment change, non-farm employment change. So previous they had less, so they're expecting more, which would be good on the dollar, which means that GU would more likely sell. It's an orange box, so it already happened. No, 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 yeah. If we're expecting more, price should be reflecting upwards, and we're at May 5th. It's not making sense. Uh, it's not making sense. It's not showing anything. Alright, so here's my trade idea for the day, to be honest, actually, because news is acting very, very strange. I'm gonna say that this was a fake out, and as soon as this breaks its own low, I'm gonna sell this, and I'm expecting price to head down to this level of 22 pips. So we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. And eventually I want to leave a runner. So we will see how this pans out. Only because when I take a look at the 1 hour, this candle printed or closed below this level of resistance. And this level of resistance, I was in the market yesterday, and this was the level of resistance and support, and price broke out of the support. So resistance, support, price broke out of support. So now when we come back here, we say to ourselves, hey, you know what? Price is coming back into this zone. I'm anticipating it to kind of mirror the same move down. However, it might also be a little bit risky because we've just been trending bullish the entire morning. So all of breaking out of Asian and going into London, we've been trending bullish this whole time, so it only makes sense to continue bullish. Yeah, kind of hard. We'll see. We will see what happens. So this is GJ. GJ's also just we're technically in this big range. Oh no, we broke out of it. Yeah, never mind. Okay, let me see if this price. Okay, so the GU is definitely still in this range. Okay, so price came up, price came down, price came up. So we're in this range to this range. And because it's ranging, it's gonna be maybe a sit on my hands day. Uh, so these are things that I'm looking for in the market. Now, this is something I mentioned too, because we're trending so much bullish. I think it just makes sense to continue bullish, but we don't know yet. We're in this. Well, technically, this is a no range zone for myself. I don't know about other people, but this is definitely a no range zone for myself. Um, I was thinking to myself, if it created support here, then you have the high, you have the retrace, and you have the continuation. But then, like, your next level of resistance is like 10 pips away. It's not really a good range. And then if price rejects like it did here, then I'm only looking to take 1 to 2 trades per day. I don't feel like that's going to be my trade for the day. I would much more likely take this. We will see. We will see. We will see. Let's take a look at gold. Gold on the 15 minute has been selling. It rejected this area, rejected this area. It came back down. Has been selling. Let me check out the 30 minutes. 30 minutes upwards so far, but gold moves so fast. Yeah, gold moves so fast. I don't know if it's gonna break below here, but we'll see. That's something that I'm looking out for, like a break below here. And then on the smaller time frames, like maybe a 5 minute, yeah, there will be an entry. So I'll say buys above here and sells below here. For gold, the 5 minute is actually very relevant because it moves so fast. Like it's been in this range of, wait, hold on. It's been in this range of 20 pips, just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's what it tends to do, like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, close, up, down, up, close. It's so fast. It is like one of the fastest pairs ever. So looking at GU, no trade range, no trade range. We've been consistently trading upwards. We had the pullback to have us continue upwards. That's what price does a lot of the times in the uptrend. Go up and pull back, go up, or even better, go up, pull back, go up, range, pull back to go up. So that's kind of like what we're looking at right here. It might be like going down to pull up. Very hard to say. Let me see the higher time frames. 1 hour. So we have a brand new 15 minute. Ooh, okay. This brand new 15 minute is saying, hey, you know what? I'm gonna now potentially come down and break this low right here. And if it does, I think we have a good chance of mirroring these candles right here to the left. I know there's this noise right here, but I'm thinking that this is a fake out. If we're creating lower lows and lower highs, then we have to create a lower low. And we're going to create a lower high and then create a lower low, which at that point should come down to here. I'll leave a runner to see if maybe we can catch this move down to here. Another 10 pips on top of that. We'll see. We will see how this pans out. And this is only the 15 minutes, so it's not like a high confirmation. However, 30 minutes is a high confirmation. So that's kind of like what I'm looking for on the 15 minute. Let's see kind of what transpires. I think that should work itself out. Price is moving quite slow. We have 11 minutes till the next 30-minute candle. If this 30-minute candle closes like a doji, and then we get the next one to break the low, then I'm going to take that. But if this one closes like a normal body, well, then we're ranging. And this is definitely a sit on my hands day. Sit on my hands. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to get some coffee. Actually, I'm gonna bring my coffee to myself. I might miss this trade on purpose, like intentionally, only because there's 9 minutes left. But at the same time, it makes sense. I don't like the no wicks. Okay, now it's coming down with volume. Okay, let's see what will happen in these next 8 minutes. Is this If this breaks its low and starts to sell, this was definitely a fake out. This is like the definition of a fake out. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's see how this trade pans out. There's no wicks though at the bottom. There's no wicks at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this candle to close because I think it's gonna close either like small body, a small bear body, or a doji, and then we'll break the bottom of it. There's no. That's the only thing throwing me off, and I think that will deter me from taking this trade. I think that will be beneficial to me. Let's. The doji would be like this, closing like this. I think that would happen in the next 5 minutes. And if we break the low, let's see kind of what's gonna happen. Oh, a little tired. Let's take a look at GJ, 30-minute time frame. GJ on the 30-minute time frame has been doing the same thing. Wow, man. You have the high created. Well, not really a high. It's then it retraced, and now it's on its way back. I think if GJ, yeah, there's some GJ's just a bit messy today. Ooh, gold. If we break out of this, is there the possibility, if we break out of this resistance, is there the possibility of price continuing upwards with the New York Open? Let's let's see. I mean, it's still quite early in the day, but today's been a bit choppy. Like, look at this. Up, down, no, no, sorry. Up, down, up, down, up, down. When they had this happened at like, okay, so this is like 7 a.m. candle. Like around this area was a 7 a.m. candle. So this would have been the 6:30. So this happened around like 6. You would have had to been in the market around like 6. Just waiting here. Just sitting on my hands waiting. Another possibility that I'm seeing when I take a look at the charts on the 15-minute is now there's been some form of support created. I know it's like a little bit below this area, but there's been some form of support created. So what that means is that price could potentially be saying, you know what, here's the high created, here's the retrace, and now we're gonna continue upwards to then so higher high, higher low, and then another higher high. So we'll see. This is the retracement. Don't know yet. This is why these ranges can get quite messy, these no trade ranges. But it is 7:30 and price hasn't moved, and we're at this level of resistance turn support now. So we're gonna see if it breaks through support or respects the support. We will see what happens. 1 minute till the 30-minute closes. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what will happen. Take a look at GJ. GJ is doing the same thing. Take a look at gold. Gold's approaching this area. I mean, it looks like it wants to break out. If we get a 5-minute that prints above it, Yeah, hard to say because this 5 minute did the same thing. Hard to say. Hard to say right now, but I think we're gonna get this push through with potentially New York Open. Like we might get a little bit of range, and then New York Open will push us through to like here, potentially to here. Gold moves really fast. Gold moves really fast. I mean, the better trade would be above here, but because there was this level of resistance created, I think if we push above here, we might go and push all the way through with the New York Open. Look at the rejection on this thing, man. It's here, and then it does a rejection of 10 pips in a millisecond. Gold is crazy. If you're trading gold today, be cautious. It's very volatile. It's crazy. Like if it breaks this high, pretty sure it's going to continue. We'll see. So now, if we go to the 30-minute, we have that doji that I was referencing with no candle to the bottom. Kind of makes it a messy trade. There's a small one, but not big enough. Makes it just a little bit of a messier trade. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, this is kind of just, price is just kind of ranging, to be honest. So we can say it like, okay, this close was the support and the bull candle needed. So it's either gonna break the low and start creating lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and potentially fill this area. I don't like it because of all this rejection here. However, it makes sense because this could be a potential fake out, which happened right here. So fake out, price range a little bit, and then ended up selling. This area right here, however, was an area of consolidation. So this would have been around like 12 to 4 or 5 or something like that. Or even yeah, this would have been like one. This is a time of consolidation. That's why price is ranging. And it broke through, and this is actually yesterday morning, this area. I got these cells. Do I still have my chart? Yeah, so I got these cells right here, whereby yesterday morning, price broke support. I posted this on my Instagram, so if anybody wants to follow my Instagram, oh, yeah, like you can't do. Let me see. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot at times. I'll say that much. It's a lot at times. Uh, good morning, by the way. And that's the thing, like waiting for confirmations is, in my opinion, is very important. Just because of the fact that I've literally had like this exact strategy, but I've been like I've here I wouldn't wait for the candles to break or lows to be broken, and I would just take the sell because price looks like it's gonna break here, but it doesn't. So then I would take the sell and I would end up buying like it's doing here, and I'm like, oh wait, no, you know what? It's gonna continue buying, and then it would continue buying. So the person that I watch in the morning, he's really smooth with trading. That's just all. It can be a lot at times. So this was the doji candle I was referring to. If we break this low, then then I'm definitely gonna get in because I'm more likely to. This doji closing bullish means that there weren't a lot of buyers in the market. However, we don't know what's going to happen yet because this will also be some form of support created. So we're just waiting. If price breaks a low, though, we're definitely heading to the bottom side, which I think is going to happen soon. I think is going to happen soon. I can't really tell for certain. Let me see if I can get some information. But that's the thing, like, okay, on forexfactory.com, it's supposed to give you the news, but it didn't. Like, it's so strange. Like, look at this ADP, no news. This happened at 5:15 a.m. 6:30 a.m. That okay, well, that's speaking. Service PMI 6:45 a.m. Nothing. Like, so strange. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if I have $100,000 account, I'm gonna go for like 1% per day, right? I'm gonna use $10 lots. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like if I was to like yeah, if I was to let's say like try to go for $50,000 in each trade, five that's about 5%. Sorry, bear with me one moment. Yeah, no, that's about on 100,000. Let me just do the math really. Let me just do the math really quickly. It's 50%. So yeah, like on 100,000 account, 50%, you'd only get two trades. Um, so that's the thing. Like, if I have $100,000, I'm gonna risk $1,000 per day to get $1,000 per day, right? In doing so, I can make 100 trades. And if I can make 100 trades, then what I can say to myself is I can create and perfect my strategy enough for myself to have at least, like 5% per week. That's $5,000 per week. That's on the low chance too. So like if I let trades run and I get 10%, then that's $10,000 on a $100,000 account, right? Which is quite substantial. Like $10,000, that's sometimes what people make in like 6 months. Um, yeah, but the the probability of that happening is kind of low. Um, I'm not saying it's impossible. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if like my mentors, when I listen to them, they say like if you can't trade like a $500 account or a $200 account and grow it consistently with consistent wins, consistent small wins, then then people won't be able to manage a $10,000 account, $50,000 account. The win to loss would just be low and you'd lose. It's better to like just do live accounts with $200, um, $200, get small wins, and then as you grow, like build confidence, then deposit more. Uh, I mean, I can see what you mean in terms of like $100 account not being worth it. Um, yeah, it's in my opinion though, it's not about like affording it. It's about like how can you like manage it throughout your whole life, right? Because you're not going to only be trading in your 20s, right? Or maybe you are. Maybe you're just going to use Forex as a way to build capital and maybe go into like real estate, maybe something like that. Um, but in essence, like how I look at it, I'm gonna have when I'm in my 30s still trading and in my 40s still trading, potentially my 50s still trading. Um, yeah, yeah, that's very true. And that's one of the things that I want to like avoid. Is like having like all my savings in Forex and then losing it all. That's one of the big things. Simon's okay. Yeah, I've done the hit and run thing. It's uh, I guess no, I've done the hit and run thing, and it just wears me down emotionally. I'll give you a couple of examples. So one is like discipline. Really is a big thing because like I'll have a week of really consistent trades, like 5 wins in a row, and I'll make like 10% of my account, and then one day I'll take a loss, and then I'll revenge trade, and I'll lose it all. Yeah, yeah. But like, okay, if you have, let's say, um, $1,000 account, let's say, and then you just bet it all, you have the potential of making like, let's see, what would be, so that'd be like a 30 cent lot, 30 cent, 30 cent. So anywhere from like 300 to 600 to $900 depending on the market, but that's like a lot of pips. Um, I can see what you're saying in terms of the Vegas, but yeah, I've played that game, but yeah, I've played that game. I've lost so much. It's quite exhausting. It's quite like right now I feel no pressure to take a trade, like none whatsoever. If I lose a trade, I might give my trade a second chance, but that's about it. Like before, I would take a trade and like I feel so much pressure. Like if it didn't go my way, I'd be like, oh, okay, I gotta close. And like it's not even giving my trade enough room to like actually like breathe and stuff, you know? So there was just a lot of pressure. I got like I got like yeah, it's yes and no. It depends on how you look at it, right? Because there have been people who have had nothing and who have created like a lot of money off of Forex, off of Bitcoin, off of stocks, right? So it all depends on how you look at it and like your perspective on the situation. But realistically, like you can make money off of $1,000 account if you wanted to. Like let's say if you came into the market right here and you said, hey, as soon as price breaks this high, um, then I'm gonna catch this 25 pip move, and then you would place like 20 cent lot. That's like $50, right? So you'd make $50, and you would continue doing that. After 5 days, that's $250. But like it's really like me personally, I have to be at a small account because I don't want to risk a lot, one, and two, I want to build consistency, and I really think that I can build consistency. No, that's very true. You can't put all of your money into Forex, as well as you can't like if you don't have a job, you can't not work and then rely on Forex to become your main source of income because then you're going to be way too pressured. I feel like trading, you need to not be pressured. so you can like make decisions. Like today looks like a no trade day, realistically, right? So there has to be those days as well. You are 100% right though. You can't expect Forex income to be your number one piece of income if you're just starting. You are 100% right. But I would rather ass- Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. But I feel like it depends on which pair you're trading for Forex. I think like building an inventory is more so for stocks. Like I have one friend who has a stock account of like 20,000 and he built it from like the ground. He built it from like $1,000, right? And just kept buying stocks and building inventory and getting stocks with dividends and the dividends would pay him and he'd buy more stocks and that's kind of like what I think of when like I'm building inventory. For this, I'm strictly just trading like 6:30 to 9 every morning and simulator trading afterwards just to get better. But 6:30 to 9 every morning, 10 to 15 to 20 pips, leaving a runner. And I want to do that consistently until I get to a larger account. Um, yeah, I mean like like one of the biggest things for me is like let's say if I risk $200, I'm not really risking anything, right? Like me personally, I just moved out, so I can't really spend a lot on investments. So if I can build $200 to $1,000 over a year or over 6 months, let's say hypothetically, then at that point, that $1,000 account I can build to $5,000 the next year. And at that point, I would be more financially relaxed because now I've been living in my new place for a year, as opposed to just like 3, 4 months, 5 months, I'm not really flexible in terms of my income. But my 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 point is to say that you are definitely right. Um, you can't just make Forex your number one income. It has to be like something that you do as a part-time and that you just continue to save and continue to save. And I think one of the big things for me in terms of just like my trading style changing my trading style in such a way that it matches who I am. Um, my old trading style, it didn't suit me very well. It didn't suit me very well. Cause like I was telling you, I think yesterday, I would come to the market in the morning from 6:30 to 9. Oh, was it? Let me check out the UK 100 chart. Okay, like I was saying earlier in my previous like trading style, I would trade in the morning and I would trade trade in the evening and trade on Sundays and I would just trade everything and it didn't work. Um, do I just yeah, I do. Okay. So you're saying your trade panned out, right? Here, I'm gonna go into this with a fresh analysis. Let's see here. Remove drawing tools and let's go to the higher time frame and see kind of where price is trending right now. So you're saying that your trade panned out. That's nice. Okay, so wait, yeah, it's starting to come down now. This trade is so messy. Um, UK 100 right now. Okay, I don't. UK 100 ads. Um, uh, okay, so let me just grab that link and I'll put it into my chart here. And I'll say, all right. Oh yes, I do remember this. Okay. Um, Down if it broke this, and back up if it came back into this channel. Yeah, this is nice. Just, I need to learn more about moving averages. Um, Let me see. Um, yeah, that's nice actually. How it broke up to the upside. Oh, off this support. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Right off the support. Yeah, that's extremely nice. Um, is this the what time frame is this too? 1 hour. Okay, that's nice. You think so? RSI. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like there was like an oversold position here, so then price would have at that point. Okay, that makes sense. One day, oh sorry, the daily chart. Let's see kind of where price wants to head up to. So I can see price wants to come out of this area, but it hasn't yet. And then there's like some form of like mini support right there, and mini support right here again. And then let's go to the smaller time frames to see kind of what's going on. And there's smaller time frames. Yeah, I can see that this was definitely an area of contusion. Um, what I can say is that if price continues upwards, we're going to definitely continue. And the next zone would be maybe around here, maybe. That's a nice move. How many pips is that? That's quite nice. It's like a 100 pip move. That's quite nice actually. Let's go into the smaller time frames. Oh, nope, not 30 seconds. Not 30 seconds. Um, and then we have this area yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. Was that level of support that was broken? So that's what we're waiting on. So potentially we might sell through that again. This is a nice trade though. Okay, so right here we're breaking the low. I'm gonna open up a ooh, maybe not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I am not. Even though it broke the low, we have 5 minutes till 8 a.m. Like I was saying, this might be a sit on my hands day because now it's like we have the break, but we have 5 minutes to the closing of the candle. Wow, this is such a nice move. I'm gonna have to make note of this because I'm pretty absolutely positive it's gonna come down to fill this 20 pip gap, and I kind of want to get in, but at the same time, this might just be some level of like support that was created. Synthetics, where do I find those synthetics? Where do I find those synthetics? Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm not in this trade, but wow. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's okay. We have to have those no trade days sometimes. Like I was saying. Derev Derev.com. Okay, let me Derev.com. Get trading simple, flexible, reliable. Oh, but I have to like create an account. Okay. Okay. But here you can trade like synthetics. Syn synthetics. Ooh. Stocks. Ooh, okay. Enjoy networks by evaluate excitement in real world markets without unpredictable real world. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's just like candles and no news. That's pretty cool. Okay, let me just put this in my favorites. Um, that's pretty cool actually. I'm gonna keep this tab open. So let's check out GU. GU is retracing after the break. Ah, man, this is such a nice. I had these marked out as no trade ranges, but this was a fake out. So I'll show you why I came to that conclusion. So right here, price broke up, looked like it was gonna break out yesterday, but didn't. Retrace. So this was a fake out, right? And now what you can see is it's kind of doing the same mirroring. So it's going to mirror this whole candle down to the downside, clean candle, going to mirror it. Otherwise, if we don't, then it becomes a little bit more tricky. So that's what we're waiting on. That's what we are waiting on. Maybe this low to be broken. Catch this like 15 pip move, you know? Keep it simple. Uh, okay. Um, teach me how to. Okay, nice. Nice. Teach me how to fish. Okay. Um, is that like a YouTube channel? Teach me how to fish FX? Oh, such a nice move, man. I'm sitting on my hands, not doing anything, but what I'm thinking now is that the New York Open will come up, leave a wick. YouTube, okay, YouTube, nice. It's gonna leave a wick to the top side and then break the low and then continue down. So at that point, I'm going to want to open up a short position. I'm not opening up anything now. Let me reiterate that. I'm not opening up anything right now. All right. Yeah, let me know what you kind of see on GU. As we have the New York Open coming in 1 minute, guys. New York Open coming in 1 minute. That is 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so GJ is starting to break down. So I mean, like, if you see, there's like this little mini support here that looks like it's being broken. So now we have to just see what happens here. There's no candle. Again, this looks like a no trade day. I'm gonna keep my hands. I'm gonna sit on my hands. And what I'm looking for, though, if I'm talking about the trade, as I'm gonna take it, I'm looking for price maybe to come down, retrace up, respect this zone of support turn resistance now. See support. I'm sorry. Um, no, this is always resistance, turn support resistance. So let's see how this is gonna pan out, because essentially what I'm looking at now is like higher high, higher low. Not a higher high. This is a lower high. This is a lower low. Lower high again. Respect the lower low. Let's see what happens. No wick. I'm executing in the 30-minute time frame. Um, yeah, I'm executing in the 30-minute time frame. I might execute in the 15-minute time frame as well. Like if this closes bullish, and then the next 15-minute comes and breaks a low, then I might enter in the 30-minute. I mean the 15-minute, sorry. But essentially, I'm looking to execute in the 30-minute. So we will see what happens. Let's take a look at gold. Okay, so we have to go to the smaller time frames to understand what happened. The same thing happened. So at this point, I wouldn't say sells are relevant because we still have all this noise to the left. Sells would be more so relevant below here as a break. Like all these candles, you can tell are breaking above this zone. So we'd have to have a break of a 5 minute below here, or maybe like a 15 minute, and then expect price to continue down. But right now, if you take a look, price is like at this level of resistance, looking to break it. So potential buys above here. Ranging and ranging. This is a nothing day. But yeah, let me know in the chat how you would execute, like what you would be looking for after marking this chart up. Only have with candles. Um, that's a great question. S- I mean, I don't ever look at the open of a candle. It doesn't really draw. It's more so like the closing of the candle. Yeah, the opening is just a matter of where price has been. It's more so the closing that matters. Like for instance, this price opened here, but wasn't relevant. This price opened here, but wasn't relevant until it broke above maybe this candle right here, right? And then closed here, and that's where it became more relevant as per a fake out, as per a potential fake out. But the opening, I don't really focus on too much. Opening could be my brain. Fair. Okay, so right here, this is why I didn't want to take the trade. We have price now returning to this area um, of resistance, turn support, turn resistance. So it's really just a choppy day. Price is just ranging. I might actually head out early today. Uh, well, I mean, I think you're right that it is structure that matters, but I think it's like the perspective of the person trading to take a move. Everybody's like perspective is different. That's why like not everybody. Um, Everybody has different like trading strategies, but like I feel like whatever is like most comfortable for you as a trader should be the most relevant. I just want to talk on this situation here because we had the break as anticipated. I didn't take this trade because the 8 a.m. candle was coming. Now I think the 8 a.m. candle will push price through these zones. Um, and that's something that I'm looking for actually right now. I might take a buy when price breaks these highs. I might. We will see. Okay, so right here we have price about to break out of the candles. We've been trending bullish since Asian and London. We had this breakout pre-New York. I think buys will be relevant here. We will see. We will see. Yeah. Um, okay, so I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Um, what time do we have? 8:08. Will price continue to push up? It's so hard to decipher. I think today will really be okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna enter into this buy as we have been trending all morning. If the market will let me get into this buy, oh my gosh. We have been trending bullish all morning, so I believe that price should continue bullish for at least about 10 pips. So we'll see. I got in a little late, which means that I have to really manage risk. But yeah, I have an entry right here, long position. It's going to be about 10 pips stop loss and about a 10 pip take profit. I'm anticipating New York Open to continue to push price up, and let's see how this goes. Let us see how this goes. I'm gonna really have to manage risk though, because I got in late, one, and two, I don't think I'm staying on the live stream for much longer. I think I'm gonna call it an early day today. Yeah, I got in a little. It's okay. It's okay if you got in a little late because I'm anticipating the momentum from New York Open to push up and not go below this at all. Not go below this. So like if the previous candle prints, which it's gonna break in about 5 minutes, then that one might wick down a little bit. You know, come into my come into a loss situation, but not like a losing trade, but where I'm in drawdown and then continue upwards. So that's something that I'm looking out for. But I was talking about this in the morning that if support was created and formed, that we might push up. So support, this was resistance, this is support, resistance right here. Price is now breaking above resistance, so we're just waiting. We are just waiting and seeing. This has opened. And it's just to the top of this, because honestly, I don't feel like it's gonna break out, but we don't know that yet, so I'm gonna leave a runner after I get 10 pips. All right, guys, I'll just be right back. You're bearish? Okay. I mean, it makes sense because the previous 15 closed bearish. I have some problems with because there's no wick here. I mean, it makes sense that this would be like a fake out, and then this 15-minute would close up, and then the next 15-minute would come down. It makes sense, but that's kind of like why I have this stop loss here. That if my idea wasn't correct, then I secure at least my loss and don't take more of a loss. And at the same time, I get to then like say to myself, like how could I have been in this winning trade? But no, it kind of makes sense. I'm just gonna wait and see. The only reason I'm not necessarily 100% bearish as a trade idea is because like I mean we broke this low and then we came back up into this range. And I did like just talk about if we did create this level of support, then we're most likely gonna go up, which is this basically. So we had basically on the 1 hour, we had a candle, we had the break above the candle. This I think, yeah, definitely send your analysis. I'll definitely look at it. So price now is continuing. I'm in probably a bit of profits here, not a lot. But yeah, definitely send your chart and I'll definitely take a look at it. Let's check out UK 100. Okay, UK 100 is now breaking above this range right here. And because it's breaking above this range and we're at the New York Open, I believe that price will come up to here at least, which is a 22 pip move, which is quite nice. Um, which is quite nice, I'll say. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm not opening up anything here, but I'll just kind of paper trade it. Yeah, that's a nice move. And then stops below this area of resistance. That has to be a nice move. Okay, so for now, we're just waiting. I think at this point, what I'm gonna do is just maybe close 50% of my trade. Um, we'll see. We will see. Whoa. Okay, this closing below this level of support is, is kind of getting me weary of this trade. I wonder. Yeah, I mean, why is today so choppy? This is not cool. Wow, so now they give us all the data. Are you guys kidding me? Oh, because it got moved. Okay. 8:15 a.m. Bad numbers. USD should be weak. Pound should be strong. This literally just happened. If this just happened, two things. I'm thinking that price may reverse in order to grab liquidity and then go up. So I think because of the news event rearranging from 6:45 to 8:15, it kind of threw me off. Why did that delay happen? Has never happened before in the past. I'm gonna have to make note of this and kind of see what happened exactly and see how I can avoid this in the future. But for now, yeah, I'm gonna close at this point 50% of my trade. I didn't get your chart by the way in the chat. I didn't get that chart. Yeah, this trade's not moving smoothly. This kind of came back in the range too. Uh, I would probably close that only because I don't trade this very much. Well, I don't trade this at all. Yeah, today was such a choppy day. Man, I think at this point, if we break above this, then we're gonna get like another 30 minute that comes below and then pushes up to the upside. So that's something I'm looking out for. I'm gonna wait on. Yeah, I didn't get your analysis, David, in the group chat. Yeah, so now that it's actually, hmm, I don't like how this trade is. I'm gonna close 50% right here, and I'm gonna let the rest run. Because then I can like mitigate, if I can mitigate my risk and kind of just say to myself, like my wins will come and I can control my losses, then I'm gonna be more successful in the future. So we'll see what happens. But I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna get stopped out only because today was such a choppy day. After the stream, I'm gonna just assess kind of what happened. I will be right back, guys. Let's see what happens in these next 8 minutes. Be right back. Come on, man. This is it's kind of cheeseworthy. I had a winning trade Monday, winning trade Tuesday, and this looks like it's gonna be a losing trade. What a choppy day. Um, Next time, I mean, I could wait for this candle to close, this one right here. I thought that, and this is kind of like my process too to growth is just assessing kind of what happened and what can I do next time. So I could have waited for this 15-minute candle to close. I would have noticed that it would have closed at support. I would have waited more, and this pair would have came up. I would have then also had to wait for this pair. So maybe my assessment in terms of this choppy day would have been to keep these no range, no trade ranges, because that's something that I look at too. Is kind of like taking a trade in a no trade range. Um, and then I have to assess the chance of missing the move having been already. Um, yeah, this trade is so choppy. It's gonna definitely stop me out. Yeah, it's gonna definitely stop me out here. Just because this 15-minute candle. Next time I have to wait for this 15-minute candle to close, and then maybe look to take trades above this area into this area, which would be a lot more smooth. Be a little bit choppy still, but a lot more smooth than here. Still a bit choppy. Uh, yeah, this is really a no trade day. Well, just from my strategy, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, I think you should, and then start with a small account. Because then when you're starting with a small account, you're saying, hey, you know what? This is something that I can risk losing, or even like $1,000, and say, hey, this is something I can risk losing. You don't want to lose it, of course, but it's better than losing, like $10,000. So if you start with like 500, 1,000, you just build consistently, coming to the market at the same time each day, pre-New York and New York, and then seeing a pair that you like and seeing how it works for you the best. I think that'll be huge. No, your link didn't show up. So your previous one did, the one that we were looking at, but your new one didn't. Your new one did not. Wow, this day was so choppy. I just should have sat on my hands the whole day. It's okay, these kind of days happen. And that's kind of like how I'm like looking at the market now is like even if your analysis is perfect, the market's always right, not yourself. The market's always right. There's no ifs, ands, nor buts. Yeah, it's gonna break the low. I'm gonna be out. I don't really mind. With small accounts too, that's the thing. Like, if you lose, like you're losing only a small amount, right? So there's no pressure to revenge trade. Like, I can give my trade a second chance and say, hey, you know what? If price re-enters the zone with a bit more structure, we can take another trade and risk the same amount and look towards getting the same amount to break even for the day. But I don't like before I would have such a like. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Send it on Instagram. You can uh you can send it on YouTube. I'll try to like. Oh, okay. Now I'm out of this trade. I believe more than likely I'm out of this trade, or I'm about to be. Yeah. So this is just part of the process. Now what I'm going to do is two things: assess what went wrong and assess how I can be in the winning trade next time. Because this sell looks like it's the winning trade, which was predominantly probably what I should have been looking for, seeing as though this was a fake out. I did talk about this being a fake out, but I also talked about, yeah, but the candle didn't break above. Yeah, you can't just go off of one 30-minute candle. That's what I'm gonna be looking for next time. I'm done for the day. I'm going to just be sitting on my hands for the day. Oh no, that's okay. Let me see if I got it on Instagram. I'm actually gonna post this losing trade on IG because I want to improve. And I think what would have helped is just waiting. This zone was just like a really big zone. We had the box here that I talked about on Monday. We had the support and resistance that I talked about on Tuesday right here. And now his price re-entered this zone. So it was going to have a hard time going up and down, but eventually it went down. I think that's something I have to notice is that this first 15-minute candle is the one that I thought was going to keep pushing up because of New York Open, but it didn't. It closed below here. And then price then did the same thing and is now going down to break lows. I think like maybe around here would have been like the good trade to take as it broke this low. It's okay. Losses happen. Uh, oh, okay. Let me go ahead and grab that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely mark up this chart and see kind of what happened as per the loss. As per that loss. This is kind of what should ask, but it's okay. Um, okay, okay. Oh, you used pivots in this one. Okay, nice. So we have like the pivot that it tried to break above but didn't, and now it's coming down to the possible next pivot or next support point. That's nice. This trade was very nice. Is this for divergence? So like price is still going up, but here price is going down, kind of thing? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Like they showed some form of bullish momentum, and you really had to pay attention to the small details at that point. Okay, that makes sense. So I was right in my initial assessment that this was a fake out, and I should have stuck with that. Um, so next time, what I'm thinking is that if we get like another fake out and price comes, I'm gonna wait for this doji candle to form. 'Cause I did talk about this doji candle, which now is kind of uh, it's okay. Um, which it broke the low. Let's see what happened on the 15-minute time frame. It broke the low right here. Yeah, such a choppy day because as soon as it broke the low, what did it give you? Like five, seven, and then came up to then give you 11. Wow. This was a really good trade though. This was a really good trade. Fake out, breaking lows. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm gonna head out, guys, in probably like 20, 25 minutes. Probably like 20 to 25 minutes as the New York, the 9 p.m. candle closes. So I'm gonna be heading out. That makes sense. I think this is something that I'm gonna have to definitely mark up and then see for next time how I could have been on the winning side of this trade and post it into the chat. I think one of the biggest things was that I had to wait for this candle to break above this area, and if it didn't, then yeah, we would continue to reject. So I think that's when waiting really, really came into play here. Um, okay. But yeah, no, like this trade, like if you had taken it live, then yeah, you would have definitely been in profits. I think you should start with like a small account, like let's say $1,000, and then you would have been able to do like a 20-cent lot, and that 20-cent lot would have made you like around $50, right? Because this move is like 20 pips. It would have been like around like $40, let's say. But then you could have left like a runner or something, right? Um, yeah, I think I is this the same one or a different one? Um, is this the same one or a different one? Let me go into Instagram real quick. And then in Instagram, I'm gonna want to go to messages, and just copy that, and let's go here, and ooh, can't view the one that you sent me on Instagram for some reason. Um, maybe it had like an extra. You know what? It might have had an extra slash here. Let me see. No, yes. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I don't have any accounts with referral benefits, unfortunately. Um, I know Dominion Markets has commissions, and based off your commissions in Dominion Markets, you can get like free courses and you can get this thing called Magic Keys. I personally use Forex.com. Again, that is Forex.com. This is the broker I use. So I use Forex.com. Let's put that over here. And yeah, today was a losing day, but to be honest with you, I'm not that phased. Only because my account's a small account. Like I'm looking to really build consistency and save up so that when I get to my bigger account, I can make bigger moves. But right now, I felt no pressure in losing. I don't have the urge to revenge trade. Um, I'm gonna head out early in about like 10, 20 minutes, and yeah, to look towards trading tomorrow, same time, 6:30 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, and tomorrow's another day. Like before, like I would take this as a buy, but now I know that it's not good, because price could very well push up to the upside, and I could get a win, but price could very well just reject this area at any point and continue down, so it doesn't really make sense. Um, if I'm looking to give my trade a second chance, it's going to be above this area. Um, but I don't think I am today. I don't think I am today. Yeah, start with a very small account. Nothing too big. And I think one of the biggest things though when you come to the account is instead of doing like the big lot sizes and like the 20 cent lot sizes, I think you should really start small because it's going to be a live account. So instead of like saying like I can get a lot and risking a lot, I think you should like work up a constant strategy where every like 70% to 80% of the time you win, which is quite hard but possible. And then you say to yourself, okay, now let me go up to the bigger lot sizes. That's what I think you should do. Yeah, I think this is the one you're referring to. This was a nice trade just based on the fake out. Yeah, so I was I was part of this fake out. I was part of this fake out, which is okay. That happens sometimes. This fake out right here. Price did a double fake out. Did a double crossover. Did a double crossover. I think that's one of the things that I'm going to be marking up in my charts is what happened. So let me just find out what thing this. So this is the 8:30. It's the 7:30. 7. Is this right? No, that can't be right. Go to the 1 hour. This is the 8:76. So this is the 7. Do that again then. This is the 7 a.m. candle. So this happened at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Yeah, it just did a double fake out, which is unfortunate. Even when it sold all the way through, it did another fake out. Or maybe this is just like a liquidity grab. Hard to say. What I'm thinking is maybe if we get like a close of a bull here and then a break of the top, we might continue upwards. So that's something I might want to look out for. We'll see. We will see because it's Monday, right? So it's Monday and price did double fake outs. Sorry, it's Wednesday. Whoa, sorry, I'm in sleep mode. It's Wednesday. Price did a double fake out, fake me out right here. Go up to the 50-minute. Price faked me out right here. Did a double crossover, faked me out. But yeah, eventually, what I'm looking to do is um, get get Zoom, get Zoom, and that way we can trade live. And if you want to talk about stuff, you can definitely just mention it right away instead of on the chat. That'd be nice. What's the possibilities here? Will price continue up? Price continue up. I think at this point price should continue up, but there was no retrace, which is kind of throwing me off. If there was a retrace and then it went up, then it would kind of entice me more, but it's really not doing anything like that. That could have been the retrace. Hmm. I mean, from a 4 hour perspective, we're still bullish. Today's just been really choppy. 1 hour, we're trending downwards with so many fake outs.
it does take long at times, but I don't mind. I kind of find this time exciting. Find it exciting. This is like what I see myself doing. Okay, right here. I'm gonna give my trade a second chance right here. I'm gonna give my trade a second chance and see what will happen. And that's the thing, like I want to make it so that like even if I lose twice, like it's losing in a way that it's losing in such a way that it's like it's still in my like I'm not I'm not switching perspectives. Like I'm not saying okay, this is going to be an automatic sell just because it's selling, you know? Like I want to be able to assess the market in such a way that it's almost like natural for me to know where price is going, right? Instead of like guessing. Um, and I think that's one of the biggest things that's going to come about from my consistency. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, definitely open up like a small account and do small lot sizes because if you come to the market each and every day at the same time and only trade one session, 1 to 2 trades per day, and if you give it time, like 3 months, like you're gonna get better for sure. But it's a 1 to 2 trades per day. If you're gonna open up like multiple positions, it's like one trade idea, so like to sell multiple trade positions, and that's one trade. Now, let's say if you wanted to open up another trade, like so if those lose and you want to open up another trade, I feel like at that point you're gonna want to, if it's multiple positions, make that your second trade. So right now we have price moving. Um, Bullish. Let's see if it'll continue. See if it'll continue. But I I think one of the biggest things that's gonna help you will be just to open up a live account, make it small, and just see kind of what's gonna help you the most. Um, the New York Open is so nice in the way that like the pairs do basically the same thing over and over again. So let's see if this will continue to push up or if we are going down. Let's see. Yeah, I've literally been in trades where I've traded all night. Not amazing. At the same time, though, what I would say is if you trade the Asian and you get a move like let's say right here and you let it run and it catches you like 30 pips at the 30-cent lot, that's $90. It's quite nice. It's quite nice at times. If price breaks these candles, mm, I think ch- yeah, I think you're right. But the 5 minute, there's so much like it's like noise to me. It's like this 5 minute candle looks like it's gonna sell off, which it could. It very well could start breaking lows and then sell off. Um, but I can't let that dictate because then if I let that 5 minute dictate where the trade's going, then like I'd be out of this trade right now. Is the only thing, right? So like I would use like 5 minutes for entries, but not so much to manage my trade. Today was such a choppy day. Man, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this range. Look at this up, down, up, down. Broke out just a little bit. Fake out, down. Another fake out to come here. Totally got faked out. Now it's going up. I think it should continue up at least to these candles. So we'll see. We had the close and give my trade a second chance. We'll see what happens. All right. So if this trade pans out, then it pans out. We will mark up the charts and put them on Instagram later. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out now, and I'll be back online tomorrow. I'll be back online tomorrow, guys. Man, can this just fly up already? Like, so beat. Um, I learned from this to wait for candles to break. This one broke in a way that I liked it. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Take care, guys. Take it easy. And see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Take care.